Okay, so hey Mazza, I was watching your video of playing the deck, and I was like starting to have like reactions to it. I'm like, man, I wish I could like share this with him in a more efficient way. And then I realized I actually have the technology to do that. So what I'm gonna do is watch your video and just maybe kind of comment on things that I think are maybe play mistakes so that you can improve with this deck, because I do think it's a really fun deck. So let's get ahead to the first game here. And I've already watched a good chunk of this, so I'm cheating a little bit, but I'll show you the exact point where I'm like, man, I wish I could share this specific criticism with him. So first of all, in this mulligan phase, I would throw back Madness, Borpelt, and Yuna, because you're almost always likely to get a 2-drop that you actually want to play. Borpelt you don't want to play on 2. It's part of your combo. And Madness, well, it's a good turn 1 play, and you should play it if you have it. You'd rather have a Goblin or Lucius, a better Goblin, to play on 1, because then you can actually start doing damage. So I would have thrown all that back. Yeah, because it really hurts to throw Borpelt on 2. Because, look, you have Dark General in hand. And so if you throw it out on 2, you make it really hard to do your combo on 6. So that's why I would actually Razor Claw face here, rather than throw out the Borpelt. And that seems maybe counterintuitive to playing card games, because you always want to throw something out that can keep attacking, because that's more damage over a long time. But you want to start getting buffs on your Dark General. And so you want to save that for as long as you can until you just can't do it anymore. And this is just a snap play. You just play Unleash every time and go face. Which I'm pretty sure you do. I was so excited for you with this, because he's helping you so much with that card. Okay, here's where things start to get a little dicey. What I would do immediately is throw down Rookie Succubus, go face with Razor Claw, because Rookie Succubus has more points on face, and then send everything face. You play Borpelt, which is fine, gets the buff, which is kind of cool, because it's a bigger, harder target to remove, so definitely run that in, take out the 1/1. And then this is the exact moment where I'm like, I need to talk to him about this. Play the Lucius. There's no reason to not play the Lucius here. You are full aggro. More bodies on board means more damage, means you win. Especially against Sword, who's also very board centric. They can generally run you out of resources. So you want to throw everything down you can and just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, now I'm all in a new territory, so I'll comment down this as I go. If it was me, I would Bear Pelt Rookie Succubus, because it's more stats into play. You can also make an argument for Shara, but let's see. Rookie Succubus is 4, 5, so it's a 6, 7 worth of stats over multiple bodies, so it's really hard for Sword to remove. What you did not want to play is Creepy Madness there, because you have a combo in hand with Shara. Shara, if you add 2 cards to your hand, will have Storm. Well, you already added 1 with the initial draw, so Creepy Madness plus Shara is a Stormer. You did not want to... Actually, I forgot about that, too. You wanted to throw out Bear and Rookie Succubus every time on that turn. That way you had the combo for the Storm next turn. What sucks here is you're not drawing your buff card, your Hellblaze, which is very key. You're actually having to win this on board. Also keep in mind, if you would have saved that for Shara, it would have gotten the buff from Colosseum. So actually Shara would have came down as a 6-7 with Storm next turn. Which, with an Evo. Also, basically, anytime you can Evo and go face, do it. Like, just do it. You are max balls to the wall aggro. So you have an evo point floating there. That's not okay. You should have evoed the boar pelt or the bat last turn for more damage. And again, oh, that was another thing you did before I mentioned. Never trade, especially against sword, because they'll win. Don't care. You're all out aggro. Look how close they are too, and you have storm combos in hand with Razor. That too should have gone face. You're at 16. You're fine. Like, you have the life advantage right now. You just need to finish that off. Every little bit of damage counts here. Alright, this is good for you. So, what you would want to do here is probably Razory Claw. That works too, but that's really expensive. So you could achieve the exact same thing with a Swarming Wraith. And then done more damage to yourself so that you can get closer to Vengeance naturally with and activate Dark General Razory Claw. You always got to think about how do I put the most amount of stats into play, and then how do I get to Vengeance as quickly as possible. Those are your two primary objectives. So, like, if you would have done Razory Claw last turn, you would have done 7 damage to your face, been at 9. And you could just, hopefully, he can't storm you for 9, he's sword. And you would have been able to win here because your general could have just gone straight face. You can still win here if you Creepy Madness, Razory Claw the face, and then that'll put you to 3, and then you Wraith. That's lethal. I don't know if you end up seeing that. You want to do 1 Wraith, Razory Claw, and then do second. See? Yeah, miss lethal. Because that would have done 3 to the face, and then 3 to their face, 2 to your face, 2 to your face again. And then the second one would have had Vengeance active, and so that would have done 2 to their face, making it lethal. I think you should be able to get... Also, you had an E... Oh, wait, I don't know what your board was like last turn, but... Yeah, anytime you can Evo, you should be Evoing. Obviously, if you could Evo last turn, you would have saw Razory Claw Evo. Hey, and now Vengeance is active, so if you just play Wraith, you win. Good. I mean, you also could win with Razory Claw and Evo the Bat. But yeah, generally with aggro, you do not, like, winning that game without using any Evo points, man, you could have won that, like, a round or 2 earlier easily. Ooh, I like that transition. I might need to copy something like that. It's a lot smoother than my fade. Let's do it. It is a fun deck, by the way. I love this deck. Oh, Dragon is so Sword is actually a really hard matchup. So good job with that. Dragon is an easy matchup. So here you want to keep everything. You want to 3-2 is one of your best things to play. You can fish for a better 2, but you actually want to keep the Dark General because see right now you have Hellblaze Demon. You have Char to be a good target, but it'd be better if you had that Dark General to start buffing. So a lot of these matchups, you actually want to keep a 1, a 2, and then if there's a Dark General in your hand, you want to keep it. Like that was actually a perfect keep for you right there. Put the 1 on board, no problem. Put the 2 on board, they might, if they're Natra, they might be able to remove it with T-Rex. That's like their only way to remove it, but more times than not, it's going to connect face. At least represents a threat that they have to remove and spend resources on, and also gets you closer to Vengeance. And then you would have maybe top decked the Hellblaze or something, and you could have started working on buffing the Dark General. It seems weird. You never keep Boar Pelt, even though it's a combo piece, because you want to naturally draw it, because you don't want to play it on turn 2. Whereas you actually want Dark General in hand early, so that you can start buffing it. Because right now, having Hellblaze with no good target, ignoring Chara, because Chara is a good target as the alternate Stormer, it would have been better if it was Dark General. Here's the thing, though, is tempo is very important. So even though you want Hellblaze, like, even though Hellblaze doesn't get a lot of value, you still do that. Good. Come on, dragon. Okay. And then next turn, unless you top deck something really good. Oh, it's Unleash. Every time I hear it's Unleash. No question about that. You really want the to draw towards your combo pieces. And it puts 2/2 worth of stats over 2 bodies into play. That card is broken. Especially in a deck like this. Absolutely broken. Unfortunately, that's a card that hurts you, that you actually don't see a lot on ladder. And sometimes, especially at these lower levels, you find that shit, and it sucks. It's a very meta-dependent deck. Here I would... Actually, that's good. Throw the Lucius out, though. Oh, you gotta throw the Lucius out. Okay, so I would have done Rookie Succubus Dublain, because Dublain is especially since you're going into an Evo turn, Dublain is a really good target to have on the board when you can Evo, because you always want to Evo extra damage face, and Dublain, when you Evo her, will make you a Leo Padarian or whatever, which is another Stormer, which is more damage, which increases your burst. The other thing you could have done there is thrown out Bear and Lucius, because, well, okay, Lucius wouldn't have mattered, he healed up anyway. So yeah, you could throw out Bear and Lucius, get ready to Evo Lucius next turn and go face, and then its Evo effect would also let you to remove something if it would have go off. Never throw out Dark General on. Never throw out Dark General. That was always Shara every turn. I don't even care that she has like a little bit of a buff on her. The answer to it was always Shara. Dark General is way easier to get off than Shara. Also, you're not being really efficient with. You got to be very efficient with your play points. What puts the most amount of stats into play every turn. If you had had a Creeping Madness in hand, Lucius, Dark General would have been fine. But Dark General is way too easy to remove, as like you saw there. And so it's just not worth dumping out there just to die. It's a waste of a turn. A lot of times what really helps is stuff like Rookie Succubus, because it puts a lot of stats into play, and those stats are divided up against multiple bodies. And so therefore it's hard to fully remove, especially with Evos and Rushes. Here you can Wraith because it's hard to remove. You can also Dublain and Evo it. I would Evo it every time because you want that Leo. Leo's good. And then, yeah, you trade that in. And you want to play that Lucius. I don't know why you're holding on to these Luciuses. You don't want to play it for 7. Is that what you're thinking? The enhanced effect? No. It is better Goblin. That's all it is. It is just another Goblin that has a nice little benefit. It is never worth playing for its enhance. You're trying to win on turn 6 or 7. You're trying to win with a burst turn. So, enhanced Lucius is probably the worst way to spend your play points. Here you want to... It's really hard to dump your hand out. And then, as always, you want to Evo and go face. That's what you want to do here. You want to Evo the Goblin. Doesn't matter which one. You want to Evo one of them, and you want to go face. You're pressing that face damage. Every turn, how do I deal as much damage to their face? How do I put as much stats into play? How do I deal as much damage? Well, actually, this should be... How do I deal as much damage as I can to their face? How do I put as many stats into play as I can? And how do I do damage to my own face until the point of 10? That's all the things I'm going to prioritize. There's like a fourth one, which comes up very fringe case of how do I protect my board. situation like that might be, let's pretend he had a 1/7 on the board right now. Well, that can just basically free trade into your 6/7. So it might be worth taking the goblin and running it in, but those are very fringe cases. You only trade when it's a crazy good trade for you. It's almost always better to go face. Your life total is a resource. Anything above 10 is getting in your way. Anything above 1 is free for you to play with. You only need to win on 1. So you want to dump your hand, as much stuff out of your hand as you can this turn so that you can get a good see now you at least wanted to do Swarming Wraith Leopold because it draws up to 5. So if you would have done Wraith Leopold there, you would have drawn more. And then next turn you could Hellblaze Demon onto the Shara and try to win that way by top decking either a Creeping Madness or another Unleash. That's the kind of card you don't want to see. And this is why you're really trying to be as fast as you can, because if you let the other decks go on for too long, they start playing threats that you're not equipped to deal with. You're not equipped to deal with this right now. This is a... Dang. And you have Shara too. So, like, you could have had a lot going face here now. But the problem is... Ooh, what are you doing? You have to spend too many resources on that 7/3. Like, you need to go fast. You can throw the Leo into it and the Yuna, but unfortunately that's a lot of resources. And you threw out your Unleash so that you can't combo with Shara. Because right now you could almost win. Boarpelt Wraith will let you go face. So... if you would have ran everything in to kill that. Well, evoing when your board is at max. Buff the Shara. Could you have done that without Unleash? I forgot what your hand was. Yeah, but you'll notice post turn 7, you lose steam fast. And other decks are more equipped in these turns. Especially when you... have to worry about more and more meta issues, like Rune, especially Spell Boost Rune. Like, your goal is to blow them out by turn 5 or 6, because they just do not interact with the board before then. Dragon is actually a very good matchup to show this, where you are... Oh, so you can just play Yuna, Shara, and go face. That's how you win this right now. You have lethal right now. Let's see if you see it. Yeah, okay. Woo! Nailed it. Yeah, Dragon's a very, very good point of how bad it can go for you if you basically don't just start applying the pressure, because once they hit stuff like Dragon Newt, you get wrecked. Hey! Congratulations on the rank up! Alright. So first of all, I want to say, I hope this is taken kindly. I don't know if I'm like overstepping it a bit. But there's just a lot of stuff I wanted to say, and I think it's way easier to do it in this format since I have the camera and the mic and everything. I don't want to seem overly critical. I'm on it. Like, you did good in those games. You did good. I'm not trying to say that you were bad or anything. I just want to try to help. And I feel like if someone had done this for me, that'd be really cool. And so here are just some tips. I'm gonna host this on my YouTube, but it will be like a what do they call those? The unlisted. So it'll just be for you only. I'm not trying to shame you publicly or anything. But yeah, it's a very, very, very fun deck. I've had hours and hours and hours of experience with it, and so these are just some of the things that I have learned over those times. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, and good luck out there. Talk to you later.